In this week's at-home yoga video, we'll be going over a hip opening sequence. Before beginning this yoga sequence, begin with some stretching and a few minutes of meditation. Remember to listen to your body, connecting your breath to your movements at a pace that works for you. You can find additional resources on how to meditate and light stretching on our YouTube channel under the playlist At Home Yoga. The first pose is bound ankle pose. Begin by sitting on the mat and bringing the soles of the feet together in front of you, and place your hands on your ankles, bringing them as close to your body as you can. At the same time, apply a slight pressure to your knees to get them closer to the mat. The next pose is called Half Lord of the Fishes pose. From bound ankle pose, bend both knees in front of you so that the soles of your feet are on the mat. Drop your right knee to the floor and slide it under your left leg. Raise the right arm up, twisting to the left, placing your elbow on the outside of your left knee. Bring your left arm behind you and turn your head, holding your gaze over your left shoulder. Hero pose. Gently untwisting from half lord of the fishes pose, slide the legs to the side and back, coming up into table pose. Then sit back, keeping your back straight and hands on your thighs. This pose can be modified with a yoga block, towel, blanket to sit on, or placed under the ankles for support. Mountain pose. From hero pose, gently return back to table pose, tuck the toes, and push up to stand up on your mat. Your legs should be spread hip width apart with your shoulders back and arms at your sides with your gaze forward. Forward fold. From Tadasana, gently fall forward, bringing your chest as close to your knees as you can. Grab both of your elbows and use your body weight to gently rock from side to side. Downward facing dog. From forward fold, bring your palms to the mat and step backwards, extending your legs so that you're pushing your palms into the mat and trying to push your heels into the mat. Warrior 2. From downward facing dog, bring one foot forward to the front of the mat by your hands. Bend the front knee at 90 degrees, adjusting your back foot so that it is parallel to the back of your mat. Extend your arms into a straight line, holding your gaze forward. Extended side angle pose. Keep your feet in the same position as in Warrior 2. Bring the same hand as your front foot down to the mat on the inside of your foot. Cobra pose. From extended side angle pose, lower both your hands to the mat and bring the front leg backwards. Then, gently lower the tops of the feet and hips to the mat, keeping the arms fully extended, pressing the palms into the mat. Lift the chest up and hold your gaze forward. Plank pose. From cobra pose, gently push up into your palms, lifting your hips up from the mat, bringing your body into a straight line. This pose can be modified to do on the forearms, or bring the knees down to the mat and hold the pose from there. Pigeon pose. From plank pose, come into downward facing dog, bring one foot forward to the front of your mat, dropping the knee so that your shin is resting on the mat and your knee is pointing forward. Straighten your torso and hold your gaze forward. Your other leg should be extended straight back. You can use a towel, blanket for additional support. Further modifications include bending the legs to ease into the pose while still getting a deep stretch. You're going to want to repeat the entire sequence from the beginning to the opposite side. Reclined kneaded chest. From pigeon pose, push up on your hands, returning to all fours. Gently roll over so that your back is on the mat and bring one knee at a time to your chest, holding your hand on the knee. You're going to repeat this to the opposite side. To close this sequence, lie down flat on the mat in corpse pose for a few breaths, then slowly sit up. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you soon. Namaste.